Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined today by Oregon Representative Dwayne Stark. Dwayne, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
See you. Thanks for having me.
So you just wrapped up your first session, your Dennis Richardson's old district when he stepped down to run for governor. What was your biggest surprise in the legislature?
Really, there were two. One was how well the Republicans and Democrats get along when you're not on camera. So I enjoyed some really good relationships with the Democrat and the majority party, and overall that was just wonderful. The other thing that surprised me was how easy it is for the majority party to kill a bill. That if a committee chair, so if the speaker or a committee chair doesn't want something to move, it's dead. And if you're in the minority party, which I am, then there's no possibility of moving that forward.
Okay, and what about your biggest accomplishment? What are you most proud of?
A few things, but one of them was the Grants Pass Sober Center bill, which allows sober centers to come into state law and private-public partnerships to help people who are struggling with, public intoxication and so forth. Being able to move that forward, and the Grants Pass Sober Center will be having their groundbreaking, or they had a groundbreaking, their grand opening will be coming really soon. And then another one on foster care, which really evened out the balance between best interests for children and allows, if a child has been in a home for an extended period of time, allows foster parents to be considered for the adoptive placement.
Very good. Okay, so I want to ask you about gun control. Today, the president's announcing some executive actions he plans to take regarding gun control. One of them trying to close the gun show loophole nationally. Is that's something that we've taken care of already in Oregon, correct?
Right. Well, I haven't seen what Obama said just yet. I'm sure I will tonight. But yeah, some years back, we actually closed that off where gun shows here in Oregon, dealers are required to process a background check. And so that's already has been dealt with. Oregon also, this last session, passed an extended background check. So anybody transferring a firearm to someone, even private sales, person to person, they have to process a background check on that.
Okay, very good. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Oregon Representative Dwayne Stark. Dwayne, it's been interesting to say the least what's been going on in Burns in Eastern Oregon, obviously not your district. And we saw something last year with the Sugar Pine mine, and that was Representative Wilson's district, also not your district. But it's got to be interesting to see armed protesters, at least this one in Burns, rallying against government agencies. Is that a concern to you, or what do you think of the situation that's been going on?
Well, the situation, it obviously highlights that there are a number of people who are really discontent with the idea that the federal government has such a huge footprint here in Oregon, and that we have natural resources that we are prevented from using. And so I think that that's really what's driving these types of movements, their tactics and the ways they go. The Burns situation, I am just learning about that actually as of yesterday, so I can't really comment on, are they doing this sort of thing in a wise manner? Is there a better way? I don't know at this point, but it does, throughout the state, we're hearing more and more people across the board just saying, look, federal government, let us manage our own lands. And it's interesting, and it'll continue to be interesting to see how people attempt to make their voices heard regarding that.
Okay, you're heading back up to Salem for the 2016 session next month, I believe so. What do you think will be the political tone, if you will, for this short session?
Well, unfortunately, it's not what it was normally intended to be. Short sessions were supposed to be for budget fixes and really fixing mistakes that we made in the previous term. There's a lot of major heavy lifting that the majority party appears to be wanting to do. They want to talk about minimum wage increases. There's some ballot initiatives out there that they want to pass things in the legislature before it ever goes to the ballot. There's some gun control conversations they're having. There's massive overhauls of affordable housing attempts being made. And so a lot of lofty goals that people have. It'll be interesting to see what actually happens because it's quick, and 4 days into it, a bill can be dead.
Yeah, certainly a lot of goals, as you say, and it'll be interesting to see. All right, so what are your priorities for this session?
Well, for me is to continue on with the governor recently appointed a task force to oversee the Department of Human Services. They've had a lot of mistakes lately, and we've heard
well-publicized mistakes.
Yes, well-publicized mistakes. And so she recently appointed or called for an external audit and appointed a task force to oversee that audit. I'm one of the members on that, and so I've dropped a bill to really continue that sort of oversight of the agency moving forward, even when this task force is over. So I'm going to be focusing primarily on foster children moving forward for the short session and seeing what the majority party attempts to do on some of the grandiose ideas.
Okay. I want to ask, you got a town hall coming up tomorrow, correct?
Yep,
Tell us about when and where that is.
Tomorrow night, it's just behind Costco there on Scottish Rites, at the Scottish Rites Temple there. And so we'd love for people to come out, 6 o'clock. Really, we want to hear from the community. What are you concerned about? What do you think we should be doing this coming session? If you want to come and make comments about how minimum wage will affect you as an individual or as a business, then please, by all means, come out. We want to hear what you want us to take on. Representative Escobar, him and I are co-hosting it, so please come out, join us, and let your voice be heard.
Very good. Good to meet you. Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for being
Thanks
here.
for
Appreciate
having
it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.